Every night, my husband would help wash me, paralyzed as I am. But tonight, just after he had filled the tub, he suddenly slipped on the wet floor, his head hitting the sink hard, knocking him unconscious. Seeing this, I felt utterly hopeless, because the water kept flowing into the bathtub. The level was already above my neck, and paralyzed as I was completely helpless. I realized that if things continued, I would soon be drowned. Driven by the instinct to survive, I had to act. I pinned my hope on my right foot, the only part of me that still had some sensation, and tried to hook the drain valve at the bottom, but my paralyzed body lacked strength. Determined, I tried over and over. Finally, my efforts paid off. I pulled the valve open with all my might, but only halfway. The water drained far too slowly compared to how fast it was filling. As the water neared my nose, I frantically pulled the valve with my foot again. Instead, I made things worse. I couldn't open the drain any further, and accidentally snapped the top metal chain. Refusing to be drowned, I pinned my hope on the handheld shower at the bottom. I transferred all my strength to my left hand, trying to move the shower to control the water flow, but the process was painfully slow, and the slowly rising water kept submerging me. At the critical moment, I yanked with all my might, finally slowing the water's rise. Still, the rising level hadn't freed me from danger. Determined to fully break the deadlock, I slowly stretched my foot above the water, centered all my weight on my sole, and slammed it hard onto the drain valve. Thankfully, the valve finally gave way. As the water level gradually fell, I narrowly survived this life-or-death struggle. But then I noticed something unexpected. After experiencing such a mortal battle, my paralyzed body actually started reacting. Now, however, was not the time to celebrate. I grabbed the edge of the bathtub with both hands, slowly trying to sit up and check on my husband. But strangely, the man lying on the floor had vanished. Only traces of his blood remained on the doorframe. Seeing the bright red footprints on the floor, terror immediately gripped me. I couldn't understand why he, who clearly wasn't unconscious, would just leave me to almost drown. Then I remembered something my best friend had said a few days ago. My husband might be having an affair. Combining that with everything I had just experienced, it became clear this was a carefully staged accident by my husband, designed with the purpose of murdering me.